Canadiens Sabres, an Atlantic Division final in the bedlam of KeyBank Center.
Let's go get the second one.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans of the United States and Newfoundland.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got the stick. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing.
Wow. First off, thank you, Wolfgang Van Halen. Yes, Eddie's son. Don't need a crowd to have a party, but it doesn't hurt. Just seeing Lindy at the end of the tees there, I would say the two most lovable teams to ever meet. Someone in this test has got to be the one to detest. Anyway, good evening. Welcome to Hockey Night in Canada. Luke Gazdik's in tonight with Kelly and Kevin. When Don Granato had... So Montreal, youngest team in the NHL, they're growing into their great. Don Granato coached them when they were in their teens and early 20s, and now they're, reaching their prime. But he had Zach Benson when he was 18 years old. They were playing the Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights. He scored the game winner. He came into the room after Granato said they just got bennied, the champions. Montreal got bennied. Now it's Montreal's turn. What do you think?
Okay, for the Sabres, it's all about attitude, and Rasmus Dahlin. So earlier in the year I was there, they were struggling, and he kept coming to the rink in a great mood. And somebody asked him, how come you're always in such a great mood? He goes, other years when we struggled, we'd all come to the rink in a bad mood, and it didn't help anything, so we're going to change that.
Montreal's got to do a better job of managing the puck, or else it's going to be another long night of Buffalo off the rush. I think we see a big game from number 13, my good buddy Cole Caulfield.
Demidov, score a goal tonight.
Kyle Bukauskas is the next voice you'll hear. It's Game 2 in Buffalo. Enjoy.
The Olays began in this building over an hour ago. More red littered throughout KeyBank Center tonight. They know how big this one is for the Canadiens. As Martin St. Louis says, you can never take the player out of the coach. Those little routines and idiosyncrasies, they still exist. Take yesterday's press conference, for example. He refused to sit down at the podium until he had a bottle of water in his hand. Got to stay hydrated this time of year. Jason Zucker is not superstitious, but he does have this routine in warm-up with George Babcock, the equipment man. Sometimes a hug, sometimes a handshake. All depends on the mood. Tage Thompson, game face now, but keeps things very light in the lead-up. Loves movie quotes, Will Ferrell movie quotes in particular. Maybe even a little kicking and screaming. That was the movie that Cole Caulfield and his brother would watch in the back of the family van nearly every hockey road trip growing up. It was a frustrating game number one, but Caulfield and the Canadiens were not kicking and screaming about it. As Jake Evans said, Caulfield always answers. It's game number two, Canadiens and Sabres, where you bleed just to know you're alive.
What's that? Hawaiian noises. Banging on the bongos like a chick. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing. Get your chicks for free. We got to install a microwave oven.
We now ask that you please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the Cheektowaga Police Honor Guard. And now the singing of O Canada and the Star-Spangled Banner, performed tonight by Cammy Clooney.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us come there. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Sabres fans, it's time to get on your feet and get loud as we have Ryan Miller here to get tonight's game started. Let's go!
The Sabres hope to march to the beat of Ryan Miller's drum, the last netminder in Buffalo to win a playoff series. Alex Lyon looks to follow in his footsteps. 26 saves in the opener. He's given up 7 goals in 5 postseason games so far. Jakub Dobiš looks to rebound from a Game 1 loss. First time he's been nicked for more than 3 goals in this postseason. 3-0 following a loss against Tampa Bay. The introductions are done. What are you expecting in game 2?
I think the game really and the series starts to come together in a game 2. You know each other much better. The matchups are set. You know what your opponent feels like playing against, and this should be a high-spirited, high-intensity game.
Top line for the Canadiens out, led by Nick Suzuki, has goals in his last 2. And Josh Norris centering Josh Doan and Zach Benson, who was a pest in game 1, and a pair of assists. That'll be fired around by Carrier. Got past Darlene. Caulfield sends it in behind the net. Suzuki stapled there by Samuelson along the end boards. So a lot of